What is up everyone, Gunpla Collection here, and welcome to another episode of GBGW. Now, today's episode, unfortunately, there is absolutely zero gameplay content or anything in regards to me recording my screen on the phone to record the GBGW game due to the fact that there is a scheduled maintenance still going on. Now, it actually started last night at 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, and it was said to end at 12 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Now, with that being said, unfortunately there were some issues on their end in which I guess some stuff didn't work or something along the lines of that, but they were able to give us some updates on Twitter. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and read the Twitter announcements that they have, so let's go ahead and see here. Alright, so let's go ahead and start with this one. So this is 15 hours ago. It's probably a lot longer by the time that I post the video, but maintenance notice. The game will undergo maintenance at the following time. Maintenance period. August 29, 2019, 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time to August 30th, 12 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And then from there, we have 9 hours ago. Change of maintenance end time. The maintenance end time has been changed to allow more time to complete the maintenance process. New maintenance end time, August 30th, 2019, 1 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We apologize for the inconvenience and thank you for your patience and understanding. Now here's an hour later after that. Change of maintenance end time. Out of need for more time to make a final check on corrections, maintenance time has been extended. We plan to give an update on progress around 2 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. Now this is an hour after that. Change of maintenance end time. Out of need for more time to make a final check on corrections, maintenance time has been extended. We plan to give you an update on progress around 3 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. And then from there, an hour later, another change. It moves up to 4 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And then an hour after that, I believe, an hour after, it moves up to 5 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. An hour after, 6 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So they're constantly updating us around like an hour or maybe a few hours after. But the very last update we have as of now, which is 2 hours after the change of maintenance end time at around 6 a.m. They stated, currently the latest version of Gundam Battle Gunpla Warfare is yet to be reflected on both Apple App Store and Google Play Store. Therefore, maintenance has been extended as follow. August 29th, 2019, 6 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time to be determined. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience. So basically, what we're going to have to do once the update or the maintenance comes out is go to the App Store or Google Play Store and update the game to get the new content. Now, the fact that it's estimated to be a 24-hour maintenance is ridiculous, but I mean, they're probably implementing a lot of new content, so I believe, if I'm correct, there is going to be an update in regards to the Artemis's stats, so they're buffing the Artemis parts. I'm not sure if it's going to be, a buff that actually helps the Artemis parts for beginner players, or if it's just going to buff it just by 1 or 2, percentage. But other than that, there's also the release of potentially farming for the G-Self parts. So the G-Self is basically, Toma's endgame mobile suit that we fight, spoiler alert, but it's said that you can farm for them in the very hard missions. Unfortunately, they didn't give us specific details in regards to what kind of mission or like what mission number you need to do to even farm these parts. That's something I guess we'll have to figure out on our own once it actually is released. But hopefully they're implementing that into this specific update. There's also a balancing update as well for the game, and hopefully there is a fix on the drop rates for daily missions for chest, arms, bodies, legs, as well as backpack parts, because on the very hard missions, all we're getting is tier 1 parts. You barely get tier 2, and you almost never get a tier 3, unless if you're doing the weapon shield daily mission. Now, with that being said, I'm also hoping that there is somewhat of a change in regards to the gacha system, because currently the rates of rolling whatever parts that is needed or required for the event is extremely low. Yes, there are people who are able to roll, multiple event parts, multiple tier 4 parts, but there are a bunch of people who haven't been so lucky, who haven't been able to roll any tier 4 parts for the past 2 or 3 events, and I am for one of those people who haven't been able to roll any good tier 4 parts. I have been rolling event parts, but this is the only event that I haven't been able to get an event part, due to the fact that the rates are so ridiculous at this point. But I'm hoping that they can implement something where the pool is basically shrunk down, so what you can get is basically either all the one of the tier 4 event parts, or just a bunch of tier 3 and tier 2s, instead of having multiple tier 4 Gunpla, so like having the RX-78, the Barbados, and the Aegis in that pool for the events. And just make it where the only tier 4 parts are the event parts. Other than that, I think what they should do is implement the ×10 roll feature, to where you get a discount on the haro chips that you spend, because we're spending 1,500 haro chips, which is no different than spending 150 haro chips just for a single roll, where the only thing that is guaranteed is a tier 3. So I'm just thinking, if they either give us a discount on the ×10 rolls for our haro chips, or a guaranteed tier 4, at least one tier 4, that would be absolutely amazing, and it would definitely be something that free-to-play players will enjoy, because getting a tier 4 part is already hard enough. I'm having trouble with it because my RNG luck is completely trash, in all honesty. So if you are just as unlucky as me, this is something that we just all hope for. Instead of having us constantly spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars, as I do realize that there are people who will spend hundreds of dollars on mobile games and stuff like that, but there are people who don't want to spend money on the game. I unfortunately am one of those that don't want to spend money on the game, because I do know myself, in regards to playing this game, if I start spending money, I'm just gonna go in a terrible downward spiral, as I did in the past with Brave Frontier and Sword Art Online. I believe it was Memory Defrag. But yeah, I went down a dark path, but I'm trying to prevent myself from doing this with GBGW. Now, every once in a while, I might just spend, but one thing is guaranteed, is that if the Destiny Gundam is released as a banner mobile suit for an event, you best bet I'm going to be shelling out money, if I have the money, for the Destiny Gundam, because I absolutely love the Destiny Gundam, for those who don't know. But other than that, let's just hope that the maintenance is over before 6 p.m. and that the maintenance isn't prolonged from there, because we have events that we still need to do. We have other stuff that we also need to farm for, daily rewards as well, because, well, I mean, if they prolong it to the next day at 1 p.m., we basically lose a whole entire day of daily rewards. But other than that, pretty much, hopefully they resolve any issue and get the maintenance completed and all the updates updated. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode with hopefully new content to talk about. I'll see you guys on the other side.